Hey guys, just a quick video on plow connector maintenance. Should be super simple, but a lot of people have a lot of issues. One of the first things is everyone seems to attach their plug covers on their harnesses and then they take them off, put the plow on. I never use this one. Put their plow on, this sits there and it fills with salt and ice and dirt and crap, and then you take your plow off, bang, and you introduce all that crap in there. That's no good. Another thing you can notice too is, see how this looks like fresh grease here? And this looks, you could tell there's like moisture because it's getting a little bit cloudy, milky, which is somewhat normal. I mean, I never use this harness, so it's clean, and the cover's been on since last year. This is for my halogen plow, and this one is for my LED light plow. So they make kits kind of like this one here that you can clean all your terminals with. So it's as simple as, on the bigger one, see all it is it scuffs takes some of the oxidation. Now all this assumes you have a clean harness. If you're starting with a corroded, crapped up harness, this isn't gonna help you. This is maintenance from new. You should never really have to do this too often. So you go in there, just scuffing it up a bit in case there's some oxidation. Back up a bit, back up a bit. And then for the smaller pins, there's a smaller. So as you displace some of that old grease, you can just wipe it on a rag. Scuffing, scuffing. See, all it is like kind of knurled, so it just scuffs up. Displacing a little bit of the junk in there. Take our clean rag, wipe off all the old grease. Because like I said, even if no water's getting in there, moisture finds its way in, and it has a lot harder time finding its way out. Slightly with anything electrical. So clean everything all up, nice and clean. Start from scratch. Clean every pin one by one. And then as the knurls get filled with old grease, wipe it on a rag. Wipe it on a rag, pull all that junk out of there. Get those contacts all nice and bright again. If you take the covers and you don't put them on your harness and you just throw them in your glove box every time, they're gonna stay clean. And then being in your glove box, they stay a little warmer, so they get a little bit softer. They're easier to put on and take off. But I never leave my covers on the truck. That's the worst thing you can do. I bet you that's where most of your problems come from. And as you displace grease, clean it up. Like that. So this is for all the female stuff, right? And then Fisher says dielectric grease. Dielectric is a non-conductor. This is not dielectric. This is made by Grote. You can get it at Napa. This one here is a 4-ounce bottle. It's part number 99170. It's a corrosion preventative sealant. It's not dielectric. So all I do is just take it and squeeze the bottle a bit and make sure to keep this clean. Obviously, you don't want to introduce anything in there. And you just enough to cover the top of the terminals right there like that. That's all you need. And then here too, you're not really filling the cavities. You're just sealing that top 32nd of an inch, let's call it. Like that. That's plenty. That should be good for an entire season. Now you plug in your plow or you put your covers back on. Make sure your covers are clean. If you start with a clean cover and you throw them in your glove box every time, they're never going to be dirty. You should never have to really do this too much. Now on to the male part, which is a little bit more, come this way. the male part. So these are all male pins, and the pins are split. So there's, if you spread them out a bit, if you don't have enough friction, which you can tell using the large pin tool, the female end of it, we were using the male, now we're using the female. See, I have no tension on it. So you can take a screwdriver and very carefully stick it in that little slit and spread it out. Pay attention. Spread them out a bit. This cleaning tool is a good way to check tension. If you have tension on your cleaning tool, you'll have tension when you plug the harness together. The better tension you have, the better connection. It's not going to arc, cause oxidation and whatever so much. See, clean it up, in and out, twisting. Spread them apart a bit more. The more you plug and unplug your truck, the more you probably have to maintain this. Clean it. I have some electrical cleaner I usually spray in there. Take a rag, clean out what you can. Take the little one with the, so we're doing male earlier, now we're using the female to do the male pins. Clean them all up. There's nothing to grease on the end, on this end. It's all on the female end that we grease. And in here too, all these pins here. Clean them all up. Make sure there's no junk in there. It's all nice clean grease. All that nice grout stuff. I don't care about dielectric for something like this. You don't want to use a non-conductor. It's not doing the connection any favors. And it's not like you're going to have electrical leakage out of such a low current system. So, and then when your plow is put away, put the connectors where they go. And you can't get junk in there. Keep it nice and clean. And then same thing with the sander or any other plow connectors. This kit works really good. And that grease I have works pretty good. And the spray that I use, this is one of them you can use. Keep them clean, you'll have less issues. Thank you, camera girl.